Hey everybody, it's Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. How are you today? I am so excited to be with you. I love stamping with you guys, and I am so grateful for you watching me and supporting my YouTube channel. Today we're going to make this awesome Christmas card. How beautiful is this? Absolutely love it. And it is using the Merriest Moments stamp set and Merriest Frames hybrid embossing folder. The two can be purchased together as a bundle, and when you purchase them you get this awesome stamp set, which we're going to use quite a bit, and you get this embossing folder, and then you get all these dies. It's a great deal. I'm going to move them out of the way temporarily, and we will use them as we need them. And we're just going to go ahead and jump right in and start stamping. So this is a piece of 8.5 by 5.5 inch, scored at 4 1/4, and it's Misty Moonlight. And that is going to be the base of our card. So I'm going to use my bone folder here to get a nice tight score on there. And that is what is going to be the outside, like this. The inside, I'm going to show you how cool it is. It has this really awesome stitched rectangle, and it is from the Stitch Rectangle dies. This is it right here. So this large stitch rectangle, we are going to use that, and we are going to cut out of Balmy Blue for our inside of our card. We're going to go ahead and chop that out right there. So I will move these dies out of the way temporarily. Then this die right here, the first thing that you have to do, and I do have a YouTube video showing you how to use this die set. First thing you do is emboss it just like this. And then you have to die cut it. So we are going to die cut it out. We are going to be using the detailed die right here. So we are going to place this over the top of it, and we're going to run it through the machine, and we are going to cut it out. So these are the two things that we're going to do. I've already cut the flowers out so you guys didn't have to watch me, and I've already cut this white panel for the front. So we're just going to go ahead and do these other pieces really quickly, and then we will get started making our card. So let's get the big guy out here. Here he is in all his glory. Move that ink pad out of the way. So we need to use, like we're cutting dies, so we need this sandwich right here at the top, 1, 2, and 3. So 1 is this bottom piece, 2 is for a shim that kind of pushes up. We're gonna use number 3, our cutting pad right here, and we're actually gonna cut all of this at the same time if I can fit it in. Let's see if it will fit. We're going to put this on this back end. This is going to be the inside of our card. And then we need to cut out this detailed die. I'm going to line it back up here, stick it down. Yeah, it should fit. All of these guys should fit on here. Perfect. I'm going to actually move this over and let that hang over because it's extra anyway. All right. Then we're going to put our second number 3 on top and go ahead and crank it through. That detail die takes a little bit of effort because it is so detailed. Woo! That was a tight one. Quite noisy, a lot of excitement, but we do have our dies. This is the center or the inside of our card. I'm going to put it to the side temporarily. I'm going to move this detailed die out of the way, and I'm going to leave this on its plate so that I can show you guys what gets cut away. And I'm going to move this big guy out of the way. All right, so maybe cutting both of them at the same time is a little noisy, but it is worth it. Because look at how quick we got both of them knocked out. So then what this does is it cuts away this outer portion. We can push these pieces through. We're going to grab our take or pick tool here and get any of the teeny spots that the paper might have wanted to continue to live in there. And then the rest of this can just be tossed. But see how beautiful that die is when it gets detailed like that? I think it is just absolutely gorgeous. And I am in love with this bundle. I have made a slew of cards with it. And I have shared, this is my third video. I also have a video showing you how to actually get the different looks from the dies. So check those out. All right, so let's go ahead and get started making our card. So we're going to grab our half sheet that I scored in half of our Misty Moonlight, just like that. And we are going to attach a piece of designer series paper right here down the middle. Isn't that gorgeous paper? I just think this is fabulous. It is a balmy blue is the color, and it is just so pretty against that misty moonlight. So we're going to go ahead and attach some adhesive to the back of that. You can see the other side has a different pattern. They're both beautiful. I just wanted a classic plaid. So we'll go ahead and attach that down the middle, trying to leave eyeballing the top and the bottom. Let me flip this to the other side. Yeah. Eyeballing the top and the bottom so that they are approximately even. Nothing's perfect, but it's a handmade card. And we're going to go ahead and open that, and I'm going to use my paper snips. And I just have a very small sliver. I do try and cut it a tiny bit bigger because I don't want it to be short. So that's that part. Now we're going to take a scrap piece of paper and we're going to put our white framed piece on top. We're going to grab our balmy blue ink and our blending brush. We're going to ink that up. And I'm going to just deposit. See that little smudge? That's what I don't want on my piece. So I am just going to deposit a little bit of this balmy blue along these two edges. And then I'm going to flip it around. And I'm going to do the same on these two. I might need a little bit more adhesive. Ink. All right. So there is balmy blue. I love that color. It is so soft and pretty. So that is our frame with our blending brush. You can move this scrap paper out of the way now. And this piece is going to be attached onto our card. And I attached it with mini glue dots. So I am going to start by grabbing those. And because this whole piece has to be attached, I'm going to put them on these smaller leaves because I don't want them to be lifted up. And I'm going to be quite generous with my mini glue dots. I just don't want any part of this to tear, that it gets lifted up or snagged on something. So I am going to use these little guys to help me, which is why I love that we have the minis, because we can put them wherever they need to go, and we get so many of them on our sheet that it's no big deal to kind of overuse them. I think that's pretty good. Maybe one more on this one here. All right, and then on the inside, we're going to use the large, but I'm kind of out, so I've started cutting the ends. And for those of you who don't know, you can cut these and use them. They work out kind of awesome. That one came undone. It stuck to my finger. The backing came off of it. And I'm gonna grab for the ends here. And then I'm gonna put in the middle also. I know I'm being overly generous, but this is a beautiful Christmas card, and I want my recipients to have something really nice. So I don't mind using a few extra of these guys. So let's go ahead and start pulling the backs off. And I like to use the Take Your Pick tool for that because they get stuck to the Take Your Pick tool and don't end up on my craft room floor. So I do a few at a time, about 5 or 6 or so. So on here, you just got to hold on to the paper before you deposit it into your little trash can. We're starting to get some stickiness here. All right, let's go to the next grouping. We'll do this one. And I just hold it because it helps to lift that little paper up. And oh, I dropped a bunch. Let's pull them off and grab them on my mat here. There we go. All right, is that all of them? I think I have one left. Let's see if I can get it off. Yes, I can. All right, now they are removed. All right, so let's see. We'll turn it this direction. I like it. And we're going to just center this piece. As you can see, it's just a little bit higher. This rectangle in the middle is a little bit higher than the strip from the middle. So just make sure that all of these foliage pieces fit on your card. I'm going to bring it down a little so I can see without sticking my head in the camera. But that looks pretty awesome. Maybe I'm going to raise it a smidge. Yeah. I like it a little higher like that. Yeah, that looks awesome. Okay, let's stick it down. All right, and then all of those little pieces that I have put on there, they are sticking to it. So now this centerpiece is this die right here. It comes in the set. So we are going to stamp that with Together is the Merriest Place to Be. This is awesome for a invitation for a Christmas party or for family, just letting them know that you miss them. So this is a great sentiment. I really like it. So we'll stamp that right here in the middle. Looks great. Let's see. What colors are we going to do on the inside? We're also going to do blue. So let's just go ahead and grab that die cut. I'm going to move this to the side. And we will stamp it, and it says A Joyful Christmas to You and Yours. So we will stamp that in the center of this piece. Now we are done with our Misty Moonlight. I have a little basket here next to me where I can toss everything as we finish with it, which makes cleanup way better, and I don't lose things on my desk. So I will clean those. And then in the Balmy Blue, it looks like I have a, let's open the card so you guys can see, 2 little pine sprigs. So let me grab that stamp. We'll put one down here and one on this side. So pretty. This is such a beautiful stamp set. And I won't need the inks anymore because I have already cut out with Petal Pink and Balmy Blue and the die cuts from the dies right here. Let's bring those out. So we don't need the stems there. I will show you. I have already cut out 2 small flowers, 2 large holly leaves, 1 small holly leaf and 1 large flower here. And they are these, this is the large and the small. And then here's the large holly leaf. And the small holly leaf is actually on this sheet here, right there. I haven't put back my big detailed die yet, but it lives on here. So it's quite a lot of dies that you get in that collection. Let me see. I don't think I cleaned those, but if I did, forgive me. I just want to make sure that everything is clean. And I can deposit those into my basket. All right, so the only thing I have left to stamp is the little centers of my flowers. So I'm going to grab that stamp. And that is with the Balmy Blue. So it's this teeny tiny stamp right here. So cute. I'm going to stick that in the centers of all 3 flowers. All right, now they're ready. We will get started with the assembly of our frame. All right, I'm going to move the card here where you can see it. I'm going to bring this one to me. I'm going to move these pieces out of the way, and we will first start by attaching our insert to the center of our card here. Beautiful. And you just want to leave a border on the 3 sides that are about even. Could be a little higher on the top because you do have that fold up there. So there's that. Now let's go ahead and attach together is the Merriest Place to Be. And I'm just going to use these pieces. I love that we can use all parts of our dimensionals. It is kind of cool, right? That they do come apart. We can use all the bits and pieces. So I'll stick these guys down. Put this one in the middle. Let's cut another one for that side right there. All right. Right there. All right. Let's pull the backs off. And this one, good, I got it. All right, so now this gets attached right here. Move my dimensionals out of the way. I'm going to bring it down so I can see to center my piece, just like that. Love that. All right, we are at the part that we are going to attach our flowers. Now, I am going to go ahead and put some adhesive. It's a wet adhesive. Comes multi-purpose Tombow glue right here. We are going to add that to put these leaves behind this main flower. So I'm going to go ahead and open that. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue once I get it going here. There we go. On that point. And I want to rotate my flower, and I think I want it right like that. And we'll just tuck that one behind that leaf right there. I like that, super pretty. Now the small one, we're going to attach it on the other side, and I am going to put a little bit of adhesive on it, again on that bottom point, and I'm going to kind of figure out where this is going to lay, maybe like this. So I want this one to kind of be down, so I'm going to put it behind this petal right there. And I think I'm going to shift this one over a little bit, because I think I want it to lay on here like so. So this one needs a little room. Yeah, that looks awesome. I might actually move it back a little bit more tucked. Now this pink flower is going to get overlaid on top of this one. So I'm going to put some adhesive on these 2 petals. And then I'm going to add my dimensionals on the back as a unit. So see how this is here? I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. And now I have 1 unit to put my dimensionals on the back of. So that makes it nice. I'm going to make these small because I want to use a bunch of them on this piece here. And I want to have enough room to put them on the various petals. Now let's see, this, I want to make sure that I have them where they are going to fall, not there. That was not a good spot. Let's hold it. So this one's going to be there. So these right here don't need any, but anything above where my fingers are do need some. So let's stick some above my finger area here. Put one in the middle there, and one over here. Let's double check. I want to make sure I don't want it to fall anywhere. This petal needs one. This little kind of crooked petal. Put one on it. Oh, the back decided to come off on me. And then that looks pretty good to me. So we're going to put wet adhesive on these, and then we'll pull the backs off. And that's the last one. And let's go ahead and figure out, we don't want it to cover our words, so we just want to kind of play with it. And I want a little bit of this petal on there, yeah, like that. That looks pretty. So there is that side. We're going to do the same thing on this side. I am going to figure out which petal is going to be placed maybe like this. So maybe this petal will be here. I think I want both of these petals on there. So if those are going to get the wet glue, I'm going to go ahead and attach a little bit of adhesive here, and this is going to be back in between like that. That looks good. And then these can live on there. So let's go ahead and put some dimensionals. This one's almost finished. Let's put this big piece on this petal here. All right, we're done with that one. Let's grab the next one that's kind of finished. And we will put a small one right here. Let's see if that's good enough. These two petals on here. Yeah, that looks amazing. So let's go ahead and pull the backs off, and then we will put some wet glue on the last two petals. Right there and right there. And we will put it in place where those are on our piece. We'll push these down, and I think I'm going to get a mini glue dot, and I'm going to pull the back off of it. Oh, there we go. It's going to end up on my craft room floor. I'm going to pull that one off first because I want to tuck it right under this point here, but I don't want it to show. So let's get it in there underneath where you can't see it. There we go. Because I want it to have a little bit of height there. Throw that in the trash. We will cap our adhesive. And there is our beautiful card. The last and final step is to use the blue adhesive back gems. They come in a darker blue and a lighter blue. And I think I used the lighter blue this time. I'm going to use the lighter blue again. So let's go ahead and grab the putty end of my take your pick tool and get it ready. I'm going to use a small one and tuck it up here. Let's grab one of these little babies. Come here, guys. All right, put that one there. And then we're going to do these two large ones. We have one over here. And we're going to put one down in this large area. So let's grab one and we'll put it right here. Oops. Doesn't want to release. There we go. That looks awesome. I do like putting my gems in a triangular pattern. I just think it looks better. So there are the cards. I hope that you have enjoyed watching me. I have enjoyed making the card for you. Check out my other videos with the same stamp set, Merriest Moments bundle. I do have a video showing you how to use the dies, so check that one out as well. Thanks for watching me. Please subscribe. I am kind of new to YouTube, and I would appreciate it if you did subscribe. Just click that red subscribe bar there and let your friends know. Comment, like, share, subscribe, and let your friends to know also. I'd appreciate that. And thanks again for watching. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Oh, one more thing. My website, check that out. It will be linked in the description below, so check that out. And thanks again for watching. Happy stamping. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Thank you.